Wearing hats inside. Yep. It has become the thing that I wear now. Do I also have shoes on? No. Of course not. Wearing shoes inside? No. Alright. So the game is telling me to go to Juliana, Santiago, and Keith, I guess? We'll talk to Keith. So far what I have written down is Gilda and Keith both suspect Santiago. Santiago suspects Juliana. Bert didn't name anyone. Bert is Juliana's husband. Juliana says it's the actors or the painter, which is Gilda, Keith, or Santiago. Ezra borrowed red paint. Keith's baseball bat. Santiago's red paint. That's what I have written down so far in our little scheme of things. I guess we'll talk over here first. Move. I want to see what he says before we head over there, and then I guess go talk. We'll leave Juliana for last, but might be some other dialogue that opens up here. This guy says,
"Hello, detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?"
Oh, it's just accusing him. Okay.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just
Well,
let me know how
I guess we go confront Juliana about her thing then. Who's my prime suspect?
Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? We gotta run it.
I mean, it
Thanks. What'd I miss?
it honestly kind of feels like Juliana or Bert. One of those two did it. But I mean, like, I don't know. For some reason I have a feeling it's one of those two. And like I said, Bert didn't accuse anyone. He didn't name anybody. So I mean, that kind of stands out. Maxwell say anything different?
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
No, I didn't say anything.
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Protect and serve.
I don't know. I don't think this is the point where I have to choose yet, but do you say anything else?
My fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to
Or is
see
it
my
just
latest work.
accuse? I think you're the murderer. You used Keith's bat to frame him and left a trail of paint so we would find it.
Never mind.
I didn't think about that. I mean, there is a lot of paint around. Like, especially in there, in the scene of the crime here. Like, all this blood or this paint over here. But Ezra had the paint, he said.
Protect and serve.
Let's see what Juliana says. Juliana also has paint in here. Like painting.
Hello, detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investor. Okay, so Ezra was keeping the money for himself then.
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
I think you're the real murderer. Interesting that all the other options. I don't remember if Bert had a thing on his. Same goes for Gilda. I think you're the real murderer. That sounds like he's sure about that, but
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
I mean, really, I guess the game's saying that there's only 3 options. The game has narrowed it down to 3 options. I think sounds like he's sure. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're at the point where we're going to choose the person, but I honestly thought there was a little bit more left to do. See, because if we go up to her, we can't say that she's the murderer,
Hey there,
right?
Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career or something else?
What'd she
That'd be
say?
great.
Did you know that while filming Night of the Fishman's Return, Cynthia Marsh had the most terrible allergic reaction to the
Fishman's
Fishman
Return.
suit? More than half the scenes had to be done with her stunt double, and that stunt double ended up having an affair with her co-star.
Oh my
Did you
god.
need something else?
So yeah, we can't even we cannot accuse her of the murder. So the only options that we have are Santiago, Juliana, and Keith. Those are the 3 options we can pick from. That's it. We can't accuse anyone else. I think one of Gilda's lines mentions Vera Keys. Might be wrong, just randomly came to me. Let's keep talking to her further. Let's do like let's ask her 3 more times about like her stories from back in the day. We'll see if anything pops up.
Did you have any...
What does she say about the
thoughts
murderer
murder?
again?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse.
Right,
Did
right,
you need something else?
Say anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
All right, let's ask her 3 more times about her stories from the past.
Hey there, Tiger.
Past.
Here for more stories.
Yeah, all right.
Did you know that I was supposed to star in Love Set Sail? The only reason that bitch Vera got the part is because her uncle was the producer. Did you need something else?
There it is. There it is. Love Set Sails. Love Set Sail. You're calling her Vera, it's Vera. What are these videos? Get these videos out of here. Yeah, it's briefly mentioned in Fallout 4 add-on Far Harbor. Love Set Sail. That's cool. That's awesome. That's what we wanted.
Never mind.
I'll be around.
Uh-huh.
Let's check out one more and see
Hey
if she
there,
says
Tiger. Here for more.
else.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Nope.
He'll deny ever saying it, but Keith once
Oh.
told me he caught Vince Natali and Sergio Amore together at a nightclub in a compromising situation.
Oh.
Did you need something else?
No. Good.
Never mind.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Okay. Let me go talk to Bob. No, I keep calling him Bob. It's Bert, man. Bert. He seems like a Bob to me. Practicing Love Set Sail. Oh yeah, that's in her room, I think. When you find that holotape.
Did you need something?
Have you noticed? Oh, man. If I say that, I feel like that's gonna... That will, I mean, if I could fail it, but if I pass it, I feel like that'll be like, yep, she's acting strange. And then he tells me that it's not Juliana and it's somebody else. So I probably shouldn't say that line if I want to just figure it out on my own.
Never mind.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Really, let's check his room one more time. This is Ezra's room. I don't know if there's any clues in here. Because right now I don't know. I mean, there's 3 people that could be that are like suspects, but I don't know about one more than the other. Like, for some reason, I don't think it's Santiago. I don't think he is the murderer. It's got to be Juliana, or it has to be Keith. But I don't know why Keith would do it. It could be Juliana because the lady just seems like she's forgetful a lot. But... and she is acting weird, but I mean, the game... It seems like the game wants you to suspect her more than the others, meaning that it's probably not her. But I mean, it could go... It could literally go so many different ways. I don't know. Let me open this and just make sure that these items aren't named. But I mean...
Nice.
Want it opened,
whatever... Whatever decision we choose, we'll just stick with it, I guess. Fence Buster. Baseball bat used by award-winning actor Keith McKinney in Swing for the Fence. Obviously was taken.
This is where that bat came from.
Well, yeah, we already knew that. We already knew that. That mirror is smashed.
There's a lot of people out here could use a hand.
Literally just like double checking everything. Hey, that was the movie that was playing. That movie was playing in the cinema here. Here in Far Harbor, that is. So Ezra borrowed the red paint. This guy's bat was used. I'm now starting to suspect that this guy might have been the murderer because he could easily grab this. He could easily go next door to grab
and serve.
the paint, whatever that was in here, and then go and deal with all that stuff. And then try to frame Juliana and Santiago. And I mean, the guy's an actor, right? So he seems like he could probably sell that he didn't do it. I don't know, man. That just seems like a really good point to me. And then he's got different suits in here. I don't know, man. I don't think there's really any other clues that we can find that we haven't found. Be that guy. Go with your gut. I mean, yeah, just like it just seems like it's not Santiago. Juliana seems like out of it, but I don't. They make it seem like Juliana is the suspect, but I don't. And before we get a blood and wine situation. Oh my god, yeah. And then he doesn't say, he's not going to say anything else, Santiago. Wait, hang on. There's one part of the vault that I did not check, and that was like over here. I just remembered. Maybe there's still some... Maybe there's still some stuff we can find. And screwdriver. This was the other wing, I guess, that never got finished. I'm assuming. Oh my god. Did I look in here? I feel like I should. Huh. This is creepy in here. So this was the B wing or whatever, the B class that they were trying to build, but they didn't have enough time. Perfectly good car right here. Let's jump down here. See if there's anything down in here, and if there's not, then I guess we gotta go make a choice.
I see a lot of folks at their worst in my line of work. Hard to not let it get to you sometimes.
This was the, I think this is the I mean, I don't know, it looks like an elevator of some sort. So that leads up to the vault door above the ground. Well, I guess there's nothing else in here, so let's just go speak one last time, and then we're gonna make the choice. There's nothing else that can be done in this room. There's no more exploring or anything like that. He doesn't say anything else. These guys don't do anything. There's nothing above there. I don't know, I'm still leaning on Pearl, says Rowingtons. I mean, he has a lot of paint cans. Oh, empty. That one's not. Yellow paint. It doesn't seem like he makes a lot of red paint. I made him roll over that. Some maintenance. There was nothing on this side. Where did this lead? Onyx. This room seems very odd, but I don't think there's anything in there. We already checked the Overseer's place. All right. And then this we already checked. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my latest work.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
Never mind.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Okay. All right. I'm going with my gut.
Good luck catching the murder.
I'm gonna say it's Keith. I'm just gonna stop. Just gonna stop wasting time trying to figure things out, double check rooms and stuff like that. I'm gonna say it's Keith. I mean, I don't know. Just like I said, it just seems easy for him to grab his bat, grab the red blood that was supposedly in Ezra, because Ezra borrowed that red paint, and all that stuff is right over there in that section. He could have easily done it. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's Keith. I'm not looking back on this one.
Protect and serve.
We'll of course do a hard save in case, you know, if I get it wrong and maybe I want to see different outcomes or something, but let's just see if this even finishes the quest or if there's still more to uncover. But I'm gonna say it's Keith.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Let's see.
I think you're the murderer. The brain enclosure was smashed in, and your bat was at the scene of the crime.
What? That makes no sense at all. What motive would I possibly have to kill Ezra?
So we can accuse somebody and see the options. Maybe you can give me a reason it couldn't be you. The motive doesn't matter. All clues point to you. Never mind. I don't know yet, but I'll find the motive. Wonder if I should go... Now that I know that picking that option doesn't actually just accuse them, there's more dialogue that opens up. I wonder if I should go back and do that to the other two, just to see what their reaction is.
Never mind.
Maybe try actually investigating before you go throwing around accusations, Detective.
Was he... I know the guy said not to do that, but...
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Oh, I can still say it.
Never mind.
Okay. Just let
Uh-huh.
I still think it's Keith, but let me run over here and just see what kind of reaction I get from them, what other options there are. I don't want to... I'm not going to pick the persuasion stuff for this stuff. So close.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Let's see what...
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be. See, now, okay, the other guy had persuasion on that one. Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith. Did I just spoil this for myself?
Never mind.
Good. Perhaps you should rethink your
I mean, I don't know.
Ah, my fellow connoisseur of the art.
I think you're the murderer. You used Keith's bat to frame him, and left a trail of paint so we would find it.
Oh, and what motive would I have to kill our dear Ezra?
Okay, now he doesn't have persuasion. Though it doesn't matter, all clues point to you. You're still in love with Gilda and you wanted Keith out of the picture. Oh, yeah, I'm not getting anywhere on this. None of these helped. None of these helped at all. Except that Keith doesn't have a modem. Or a modem. He doesn't have internet. He doesn't have a motive. Unlike how maybe the other two suspects might.
Never mind.
Indeed. Perhaps you should rethink your accusations.
He is still in love with her. Let's say that. Remedy says Keith is just me. Yeah, I mean, like, this literally didn't help at all. It just goes to show you that two suspects have motives. Keith, there was no motives, but there was persuasion on him. While Ezra was like taking Juliana's money, I don't know. I don't know if Juliana is capable of like basically like getting the paint, getting the bat, and framing the guy. I mean, when is she gonna be able to go into the room to get the bat when there's no one in there? It seems like they're always in there. And then Ezra's room, you know, that's on that side, so she's got to go all the way to the other side. And then Santiago, just I really don't think it's him. But I mean, yeah, he does love Gilda and would maybe want to frame Keith to get him out of there, but I don't know. He did get a little flustered when we asked. I understand the murder if it was indeed Keith. Well, I mean, no. I can see what you mean. Maybe he knows that Gilda and Santiago were like did have something going, and he figured that out, and maybe he's trying to frame him to get him out. Because I mean, he could be framing him because he wants Gilda. He could be framing him just so he's out of the picture and he gets revenge on what him and Gilda did. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said before we even did this stuff, I said Keith. But whether or not it's him, I don't know. He doesn't have a motive. That's the only thing that like throws me off a little bit. But I don't know. Let's just go with it. Screw it.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
I think you're the murderer.
Let's go through with it and see what happens, chat.
Your bat was at the scene of the crime.
We went over this before, Detective. There's no motive.
Seems like it could be Keith.
The motive doesn't matter. All the clues point to you.
This is bullshit. You can't just convict me without motive. You're not the law. You're a dead man.
Defeat the killer. Hey, wait, come here.
Lawful use of
He is the killer, I guess.
make any
I don't know.
escape attempt. Lawbreaker.
Did I get it right?
When I thought we were getting along.
Valentine liked that. Report your success to Maxwell. All he had on him was money. Fourth option kind of suggests there might be some clue you missed, or is that just bluffing? Yeah, I don't... Like, the thing was like, I'll find the motive or whatever. I don't know, that might be...
Hey, toss anything you can.
Bluff.